Hey guys, Dr. Koyu here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today I'm going to do a recap on what if Naruto got experimented on, part 6, and I'm going to jump into part 7 right after the recap. Now, I'm going to state before I do this video, I'm very grateful that you guys even decided to write down in the comments which are the other 3 what ifs I put in place that I asked for you guys to choose from, and I'm definitely going to choose the what if Naruto was the reincarnation of Hagoromo. So I'm gonna go with that. So thank you a lot for that. And uh, yeah, the other what ifs possibly, but that one that you guys voted on, I'm definitely gonna do. So thank you for that. So without further ado, let's get back onto the what if Naruto got experimented on part 6 and head on to part 7 after. So the last recap, the Akatsuki they capture all the tail beasts besides the Nine Tails. On the right, Kage, he calls a 5 Kage summon, but the Land of Flyers Kage doesn't make it because they get ambushed on the way, so Naruto teleports them back to the village. And not long after that, the Akatsuki attacked the Hidden Leaf village really big. Like they did relentless. Conan, his special jutsu, and all that. What's it called? Nagato with the summonings. Itachi with the Susanoo, and what's it called? Obito with his all his shurikens and his kamui ability. Like he's really OP. And Kisame. Now all of them have Sage mode except for Obito. And Nagato, they're the only two that don't have the Sage mode because, well, Obito don't trust Kabuto, and Nagato doesn't need it. He believes anyway. So Conan, Itachi, and Kisame have it. So in their battle, they defeat the Signing easy as. Well, Nagato actually is the one that fully defeats them easy as, and just as they did the killing final. Mato is dead. Tsunade is in her old state because she summoned Katsu to save everyone. Itachi is pinned. Sorry, Orochimaru was pinned by the rocks. Now you can do the snake one, but it leaves him slightly vulnerable. Snake, and he did that. Like, yeah, right now he's just pinned for now. Okay, guys, there's a reason to it. Now I got a comment earlier about Itachi being protecting the hidden leaf. Now you're gonna understand on the next part why Itachi's attacking the village and the master plan he has. Okay, guys, but Itachi's fighting with the Akatsuki properly. Now, when Jiraiya is pushed to the point where he's going to die, he drops one of Naruto's flying Raijin kunais, and Naruto teleports with Sakura, Sasuke, and himself. When Sasuke sees Itachi, he goes full on lightning cloak and goes to fight him. Sakura goes to fight Kisame, and Naruto takes on. Well, Naruto was going to take on Obito, Nagato, and Conan, but Obito disappeared, so Obito's on the one. Okay, so that's just a quick recap on the part 6. Now we're going to get onto the part 7. Okay, Okay, guys. So here we go. So the battle with the Team Flash with the Akatsuki is quite an interesting one because not only is Team Flash fast, but the Akatsuki are not only fast but just as fast and experienced too. And now not only that, they got new Sage mode marks, pretty much similar to Sasuke's one. And Sakura's got the 100 healings and everything, so she can do the full 100 healing. Now she's much more powerful than Tsunade. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura by this time in there, like for instance, Naruto in the Sage mode is more powerful than Jiraiya. Sakura and her 100 healings, Byakugo Seal, more stronger than Tsunade. Sasuke with his Curse Mark and Sharing Mangekyo stronger than Orochimaru. So these guys are all more powerful. So in this battle, Naruto is shocked to see that the village is absolutely destroyed. He's sensing around, he's sensing to try and find Hinata, but for some reason he can't feel her. A lot of his teammates are dead. A lot of all the people that were there are dead. The only ones that are really much alive are just a little bit of the villagers. Like, as much as Tsunade could save, she couldn't save much at all. A lot of people die, and Naruto can feel it, and he's shocked because of his Byakugan, and he can see everything too. Sasuke's sensory abilities also feel that a lot of people's dead. He knows that the Uchiha people, they're like Naruto, Sasuke and Naruto are very visibly angry. Sakura can't sense this, but she sees the damage, and so she's aggro too. So they all look at each other and they break off into their fights. Naruto goes full KCM2 mode and starts to power himself up. Naruto's ready for this. And now Nagato's impressed with Naruto, and he's ready for this. So is Conan. Conan's on her sage mode, her sage mode form, and she's really powerful now. She's not someone to be trifled. These are paper bomb sage mode paper bombs. These are really powerful. These will be able to hurt the ten-tailed Jinchuriki who thinks they'll be sage mode, you know. So these are coming for Naruto. So now, as Naruto's preparing for them, back with Itachi and Sasuke's fight, Sasuke sees Itachi's eyes and goes, "What happened to your eyes? They're changing." And so what happens is after he states, "What happened to your eyes?" Right? Itachi goes, "Defeat me and you'll find out why. What happened, little weakling?" So Sasuke gets angry and he powers up a Susanoo and or the Sage Man, and Itachi's the same. So Itachi and Sasuke are having a hardcore Susanoo battle. And Kisame is underestimating Sakura, and as he swings the sword, Sakura jumps away, realizing that the sword's really powerful and this guy's really strong too. So what happens is Naruto chucks Sakura his Shishui blade, which he uses, and Kisame thinks he's got her. So as he swings down one hand with the blade of Samihara, not only does Sakura stop the attack, but she instantly deflects it with her pure strength, sending Kisame Samihara flying away. And then Sakura instantly goes into a big blur and hits Kisame with her full strength. This is like full strength Sakura, not a Sakura. This is like wartime Sakura when she's not holding back at max capacity. Now, given with the speed of the blur, she's just mega fast. So she hits Kisame and sends him flying. Kisame goes flying. He's badly damaged from the attack. Badly damaged. And so what Kisame does is use Samihara to go behind. He's injured. He's lying on the ground, and he uses Samihara to go behind Sakura and bite Sakura's leg to steal some chakra. What she does, he gets Samihara gets a little bit until Sakura turns and punches down on Samihara and completely obliterating the sword. Now she's feeling slightly drained from this attack, and Kisame sees that Samihara's basically been destroyed, so he goes to Sage Mode again. And the fight with Sakura and Kisame go as equal because he's actually super strong as he is, and when he goes into Sage Mode, him and Sakura's strength are equal. And not only that, he has apparently chakra that rival the tail beast. But also Sakura has like Hashirama chakra, so she's actually quite powerful too. She's real powerful now, and she doesn't waste her chakra on being young, not at all. So what Sakura does, she just blitzes around Kisame, and Kisame is also keeping up. So they're fighting properly, and because she's fought a long time with people, Sharingan user and a Byakugan Sharingan user, she's actually really fast and quick to the point where she's dealing damage to Kisame. Every time Kisame hits, she parries and breaks the Kisame's arms. Kisame heals like I don't. He slightly heals from that attack, but every time he does, Sakura's already tries his best to dodge. So to get to the point where he has to summon a massive water due to like a raging wave torrent. Like it makes a massive water everywhere, which fills the massive hole that Nagato Almighty pushed. And as Kisame's doing that, everyone else is jumping around. Now, Sasuke and Itachi are fighting with their Susanos and they're going handy, but Sasuke is starting to realize that it's nearly impossible to break through Itachi's shield. Nearly impossible to break through Itachi's shield, so Sasuke is getting frustrated. He doesn't realize though that the more he evolves his Susanoo, the more blind he gets, and Itachi's noticing this. So when Itachi throws Amaterasu, not only does Sasuke catch the Amaterasu, but dispels of it. And Itachi's shocked that Sasuke could do that because with Itachi's Eternal Mangekyo, he can now do the same thing. But it's not like how Sasuke can grab it in midair and disperse it. He can do the same. He can disperse it, and this is what makes Itachi very happy inside. And what Itachi does when the wave floods the area, Itachi takes his time to instantly blitz Sasuke. Uses his Susanoo to obliterate Sasuke's one because Sasuke is now getting a little bit weak. Itachi grabs Sasuke, puts him under a genjutsu. Sasuke may have the Mangekyo, but Itachi has the Eternal Mangekyo. And not only that, he's amped by the Sage Mode and his father's Sharingan. I'm gonna say only say this for my water, okay? Sasuke gets genjutsu again, but this is for a good reason, okay? When Itachi genjutsu Sasuke, it was just a ploy for Sasuke to for Itachi to be in it. But when Itachi notices all the devastation, all the people that are dead by this, he instantly leaves the Akatsuki and tells Sasuke. He tells Sasuke in his genjutsu, he shows everything to Sasuke. upon his dad. Like when Itachi went, so it shows in the past when Itachi went to the elders and told them that the Uchiha in the compound was going to do a coup d'état and Fugaku was going to stop it. But Itachi said no, Uchiha can't be killing Uchiha. Like pretty much Itachi became the bad man for his father's pretty much mess of leaving the Uchiha faction in the compound to go that way. So and the villagers, and not only that, he wanted to make sure that the Uchiha that lived in the village didn't get persecuted by this. So he became the bad. This makes Sasuke instantly cry, seeing that Itachi did this. He allowed himself to be the bad guy to make sure he protected his family and himself. Sasuke instantly at first thinks of the Genjutsu, but Itachi said, "No, this is what happened. This is exactly what happened on the night. Well, Madara came up to me, and this is pretty much it. We massacred the clan that's in there." And Sasuke is like he feels this massive weight leave his shoulders. And Itachi goes, "We need to go, Sasuke." And he's going, "What?" He goes, "We need to go now." And he goes, "What about something?" He goes, "The battle with the Akatsuki is going to be worse and worse. We need you to get as strong as I am." And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, he shows Sasuke his eyes and goes, "These are my eyes, Sasuke. My Mangekyo. You swap them out for your eyes, and you can get the same eyes that I similarly have." Sasuke, okay, and you won't go blind. You're starting to go like that. This is in the Genjutsu, so to everyone else, this is instant, but in the Genjutsu, it's like good 10, 20 minutes. So him and Itachi's having a good conversation. So like Sasuke forgives Itachi, and Itachi is proud of Sasuke for being so strong. But Sasuke remarks that if it wasn't for Naruto and Sakura, he wouldn't be this way. Like happy, loving. Like Naruto kept him happy, kept him vibing. And Sakura gave him like, well, a female gives a male. Yeah. Well, yeah. She gives Sasuke what he needs in essence. So Itachi's quite physically proud of Sasuke. So what Itachi does is he's gonna tell Sasuke he's gonna really, really like this, tell Sasuke to drop a Susanoo fully and let Itachi knock him out. In a sense, and he's gonna take him away, okay, to the old Uchiha where the stone tablet is, so he can perform the eye surgery. And Sasuke goes, "Well, why now? Why can't you help?" He goes, Itachi goes, "Well, yeah, but I need you to do this, okay?" So that happens. They get it away. Itachi has Suzune, okay? Itachi, before the attack happened, Itachi knew that all of this was going to happen, so he pre-planned. He grabbed Shizune and Genjutsu her and pretty much told her to go wait there at the Uchiha Stone Compound tablets. So not only can she do the operation, but she can heal Sasuke. But Itachi's hoping that the cells that Naruto gave him will make him heal fast too, and they actually pretty much do, but. So this is all going towards Itachi's plan, okay? Because he needs a strong Sasuke. So there's two Uchiha brothers fighting against the Akatsuki with Naruto and Sakura. So that's Itachi's plan, okay? He allowed this attack to happen just so he can help defend it now. There's all like at first he didn't realize the mass scale of how much Nagato would destroy the village, but yeah. So they disappeared. Itachi hits Sasuke and grabs Sasuke and take away. Naruto notices this, and as Naruto notices this, Nagato uses it to punch Naruto. Is about to act, but Nagato jumps in and goes to punch Naruto. But with the outcome, Naruto catches Nagato's hand and chucks him on the other side of the wave where the water was, on the other side of the water where the wall is. Conan's chucking paper bombs all around Naruto, but Naruto can jump around. He makes two shadow clones to fight Conan. Sage out Conan, and it's going really well. So no matter if I see, no matter what, how much Naruto punched Conan, she turns into paper and flies away. Like she kind of scoffs the idea Naruto is nothing. She's gonna do nothing, and even in her stage mode, she's really powerful. Naruto gives sense that she's really powerful, and not only that, he can't fully lead his attention laps with Nagato because he's got the Rinnegan, and he's massively powerful, really, really powerful. Now, back to the Kisame fight with Sakura. Kisame doesn't have Samihara anymore, so he has to resort to Taijutsu or his ninjutsu. So what he does, he keeps doing shark bombs, he does their big shark wave attack on Sakura, massive shark wave attack, and it's like floods like a tidal wave. And as Sakura does that, Sakura does sees that, she jumps away from it and she jumps into there. She like in a blink of an eye, she grabs three paper bombs, chucks it, does multi shuriken paper bomb jutsu, and makes hundreds of them, obliterates all the water, obliterates all the sharks that come in. Not only that, all the what's it called? She chucks like three demon wind shurikens. And makes multiple of those two, so she makes 300 of those two, and they're going around. Kisame is really impressed. Sakura lands on the water and then does the body flicker, And as Kizime dodges one of the like she dodges nearly all the demon shurikens, Sakura grabs one before it's the water and runs up to Kisame. Kisame just notices Sakura's right there into near her gut. She places the demon shuriken by Kisame's gut, but he catches it with both his hands and he thinks he's stopping it, but he forgets how strong Sakura is. And it pierces right into Kisame's gut and slices right through his hands to his elbows. So she pretty much cuts right halfway through his arms to his elbows on both his hands, catching it. And the blade goes straight into his heart. And knowing that, she's boosting as fast as she can, hits him into the wall, jumps away, a little bit further. And Kisame's visibly like he's going to die, he knows he's going to die. So Sakura, he can't do jutsus because she pretty much chopped his hands in half, his hands and arms and half, and they're pretty much hanging blood. Like half top of his arm is hanging on top of the demon wind shuriken, and the other half, the other parts, the skin and everything's hanging down. So Kisame, he knows stuff. So what Sakura do? She jumps back, power up with chakra, and not even the sage mode can help him. Sakura runs up, hits Kisame, and as she hits Kisame, the impact on itself makes a massive earthquake, and she hits towards the Hokage monument where the crater is, and as she hits it, the massive crack goes right up all the way up to the top to the Hokage monument, splitting the face of Tsunade, and she completely obliterates it. Kisame, turning him to like guts, everything, nothing to show for Kisame. And Sasuke, she and then after she did that, she sees Itachi running away with Sasuke and Naruto. She noticed Naruto's distracted, so she goes after Sasuke or Itachi and everything. So, Itachi's gone. He's already made it to the Uchiha compound with Sasuke. Sasuke kind of wakes up. He understands the plan. Suzune's right there. They open up the ground and they get to the bottom. And as they go and they perform the jutsu, they try to do it as fast as they can. Sakura gets there pretty fast because the pink blur. And all of this was happening while Naruto was fighting on Nagato, okay? So don't forget that, okay, guys? Sakura was able to kill Kisame and go to Sasuke's place while the battle with Naruto and Nagato and Conan happened, okay? Obito is watching this from afar on top of the Hokage monument. He's quite surprised that this girl not only killed Kisame with such force and such strength, but her power alone was able to make such a massive crack all the way up top to the Hokage monument. He was really visibly impressed. He was like, damn. But he's unsure what Itachi's doing. He's still waiting. He's just like, what the hell are you doing, Itachi? But Obito now realizes, though, the mistake of giving Itachi those eyes was father's, and knowing that making him not sick, he's now a visible danger to the Akatsuki. And Obito is catching on. He's like, oh, he just realizes what's going to happen. So what he does is he tries to make contact with Kabuto, but Kabuto is not budging whatsoever. Not budging whatsoever. He's not going to answer at all. Kabuto's back in his hideout. He's amping up Suigetsu and Karin with his Hashirama cells and his own, and with Yamato DNA, he's upgrading all the Zetsus too for Obito. So that they are much more stronger. But no, they so what happens is Kabuto's making another plan. He's starting to realize what the dream that Obito has. He has a vision, has a thought upon what Obito mean, putting the world under a form of permanent genjutsu. That wouldn't be good for Kabuto. So what he does is he kind of betrays Obito too, but for his own purpose. Of course, he's gonna take the tail of these two. So what he does is he reanimates three of the Hokage, because Hiruzen is badly injured to the point where he is going to die. He is going to die. Okay, guys. Tsunade is on the verge of dying. Jiraiya is slowly recovering, getting up. Sage Toad is still recovering on getting Jiraiya Sage Mode, so he's healing from there, getting up from the attack. Orochimaru finally gets out of the ground. He realized there was a ceiling tag around him, thanks to Conan, but he put a bone spike around it. Pretty much made thousands of snakes to dig a hole, bone snakes around him to let him free, and he finally got out that paper bomb tag, or the paper tag seal. And they rush over to Tsunade, but Tsunade is super duper weak. Super duper weak, like to the point where she is slowly dying. So what Orochimaru does, he renders the snake out and bites Tsunade's neck, and he's pretty much healing Tsunade, and Jiraiya's like, what are you doing? Orochimaru goes, I'm healing her. and then Dry Tsunade when Tsunade looks at Dry, she goes, "When this is over, you bastard. Whenever this is over, you're gonna become the Hokage, right?" Dry's like, Dry's like, fine, like fine. You just risked Suna. You did well. You saved a lot of people. A lot of people that were saved though, they're trying to get away, get in the way, and Dry is trying to help them too. He's injured, but what's it called? He doesn't care. So what? He's bleeding out on his arm, and Orochimaru sees it, so he makes another snake to bite Jiraiya's arm. And on it bite Jiraiya's arm, the snake crawls up into Jiraiya's arm that's been destroyed, eats the arm, and Jiraiya's visibly angry and in pain from this. And the arm hardens, the snake hardens and it sheds and makes like a form of organic arm, but it's like a hard arm, like a one of Orochimaru's kind of juices where the snake reforms into a solid arm. So what happens from the drives visibly? I'm thinking Orochimaru. Orochimaru is very tired from this. He's really tired from this. And Orochimaru says, "If we left it for too long, dry, you would not be able to have this jutsu." So this is one of the Orochimaru is really a good guy, as you know. So now he saves Tsunade, and Tsunade starts to heal up better now. She's starting to slightly fill out. She's still slightly old. And Jiraiya picks her up and tells her, "Why do you need to be? Why do you need to make yourself look young? You look beautiful as it is. With age comes wisdom. Remember?" Tsunade kind of slaps Jiraiya, and he jumps away with her. And Orochimaru tells Jiraiya that he's going to get back into the fight because he's the only one out of them that can't die. Which Jiraiya agrees. He goes, "Be careful," and he goes, "I will." So the three-way they look. Jiraiya gives a fist bump to Orochimaru. Orochimaru does the same, like smiles at Jiraiya, and he goes to help Naruto. Now back to the Nagato fight. Naruto and Nagato are going hunting. Nagato using, because he only has a 2.5 second wait time now, he's much more faster thanks to the Hashirama amp. So he's just easy blitzing Naruto. He's doing like almighty pulls, almighty pushes. So Naruto has to think on the fly. He didn't realize how powerful this Rinnegan user. Not only that, if Sage Mode Naruto could just take on six pains with Sage Mode. Like Naruto's Sage Mode mixed with his Kyuubi Chakra Knight, he's very powerful, but this is a Nagato. This is a Nagato and Hashirama with Rinnegan. Like he's a force to be reckoned with, and this is a main battle. To the point where Naruto's getting pushed back for the first time properly in this fight. Like Nagato is relentless. His summoning jutsus alone are pushing Naruto backwards and forth. But Naruto summons Gamabunta and the other two, and they fight they fight the summonings. They fight the Nagato summonings. But Conan instantly interrupts that by dropping bombs all over them. Sage-made bombs, which hurts them. Conan kills the other two toads, except for Gamabunta, which makes Naruto visibly angry. And Conan's like shooting thousands of paper bombs at Naruto. Naruto has to jump in, like he has to use his body for the flying Raijin to get around because Naruto destroyed the majority of the leaf. All the marks they placed around the village are all gone, or in the area, or they've been sent flying and all destroyed. So Naruto can't just flying Raijin everywhere around there. Haku got instantly killed by the blast, by the Almighty Push, and so did Zabuza. They instantly got Zabuza died saving the third Hokage. The third Hokage is visibly massively injured. Like Konohamaru is alive. Shikamaru and his dad is alive. Choji and all of them are dead. Kashi's dead. Like a lot of them are dead. Inoichi is dead, but Ino is alive, so she has to be like the communicator with everyone. And Katsuyu uses one of her floats to talk about and communicate what's happening. So yeah, Katsuyu, that's right. Orochimaru has a part of Katsuyu on him, so she's pretty much informing what's happened. Trying to know they're alive and they're trying to evacuate as much as they can. And Naruto is fighting two Akatsuki members by himself until Orochimaru comes. Now back with Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke and Itachi. Sasuke's getting his operation done by Suzune, but it's too advanced for the certain parts that it needs to be done is too advanced for Suzune. It's not till Sakura comes in. Sakura thinks Itachi is like she sees Sasuke lying down with his eyes out and he's bleeding and Suzune's there. And then she goes to body flicker to kill Shizune or get to Sasuke. Itachi comes with a Susanoo and puts a rib cage around. Well, Sakura's not having today. She uses her speed plus her strength to to crack the entire rib cage off Itachi's Susanoo. But that was just enough. That was enough time for Itachi to put Sakura in the Genjutsu. He tells Sakura he's visibly impressed with her, and he pretty much tells her she's a fine kunoichi, and if he can help her heal his brother to bring him back into the fight, then they can. And Sakura's like, what? And and then that's when Itachi shows her that he's actually been trying to work for the village this whole time, and he's trying to save as much people as he can because these Katsuki members weren't going to hold back this time. Like they were going to go fully they're going crazy with their ideals. So Sakura gets over it and she acts in the real world, gets over the Genjutsu and acts in the real world. Is this alliance? He goes, no, you can go to Sasuke and please heal him. So yep, she goes over and she goes to release Shizune from the Genjutsu. Shizune is shocked and she's a bit scared, but Sakura goes to destroy Shizune. So Shizune sees that Sakura's 100 healings is all over her body. So Sakura's easy as able to heal, do the operation and heal Sasuke's eyes. Takes about a minute, okay? Think because the Hashirama cells are healing too. So Sasuke's eyes is healing, and in that minute Naruto is fighting Nagato, and this is a main battle. Naruto and Nagato and Conan, like this is a main battle. Naruto's clones are fighting Conan hardcore using the body flicker and the flying Raijin and everything, but Conan's Jutsu is just too good, so Naruto resorts to wood style deep forest emergence. So it makes make a big forest in the tight where the water is in the massive hole that Nagato created with his almighty push. And yeah, massive forest erupts out of there, and pretty much you're in Naruto's battlefield because he can control the trees around properly. And this is the first time Naruto has to like fully go full out with this wood style. He's doing doing multiple wood dragons everywhere to try and catch Conan. And Conan is dodging them hardcore. No, Obito is visibly impressed. He's like, wow, this little brat can use wood style to this degree. What the hell did Orochimaru and Danzo do to you? And Naruto's being handy, like doing massive wood style. Wood style. The other clones are gathering chakra because the real Naruto is distracted both Nagato and Conan. They're gathering chakra for Naruto stage mode. And the Nine Tails also helping. And then when Nagato and Conan get pushed out to a very area, and a massive barrage of wooden dragons goes to attack Nagato and Conan. But then Nagato opens his hand and goes, "Almighty push, boom!" And obliterates all the dragons in the forest and destroys all the clones that were gathering energy on for Naruto. And Naruto gets pushed back again, but he gets like pretty much what he does when Naruto hits Tonari and Tonari hits the wall and makes that big ass crater. Thanks to this amped Nagato, he does his almighty push focused on Naruto and sends him flying, makes a gigantic crater. And that Obito in that after that aftermath, Obito teleports down and is about to grab Naruto, but Orochimaru does multiple snakes out of his arms, like bone snakes, and they go around and they Obito passes right through Naruto, passes to the ground, and Orochimaru lands by Naruto and tells him, "I'm here, dry and I'm safe." Naruto gets up and goes, "Thank you, Orochimaru." He goes, "Where's Sasuke?" And he goes, Orochimaru senses where Sasuke is, and he feels that Sasuke's alive and well. He's by Itachi. And Sakura's there too, he can feel it, and Naruto can see it too with his eyes. And at that time when Orochimaru comes, Sasuke wakes up properly, or gets up properly from the operation. He's fully healed. His eyes are open next to Sakura and his Hashirama cells. When Sasuke's eyes open, they activate into the Eternal Mangekyou. It looks at Itachi, and then Itachi sees, as I promised, little brother, I was not lying. And Sasuke punches Itachi in the gut, and then he smiles, and then he looks at Shizune and he looks at Shizune, and Sasuke tells Shizune to bring everyone that you can into here and hide down here now. And so Itachi smiles because Sasuke is still Sasuke's first top priority to save the village. So they leave the Nakano Shrine, or the Uchiha Nakano Shrine, and they prepare to go to battle. And Itachi sees this. Obito sees this. After coming up, he sees Itachi, Sasuke, and Sakura ready to fight. But they realize that the battle with Naruto and Nagato is just massive. Like there is shockwaves, massive battles. Naruto gets out from his case, gets out from the attack, and he jumps off to go body focus into where Nagato is, and the battle begins again. And what happens is Conan is chucking paper bombs everywhere, so Sakura goes, "We need to take her out." And Sasuke, leave it to me. He makes a big Susanoo with a giant arrow, giant fire Amaterasu arrow, and Itachi sees this, so he makes a Susanoo with his Maskatama beads, or those big as Susanoo shurikens. I'm going to say Susanoo shurikens. He merges. He also does Amaterasu around it, and he chucks it at Conan. He chucks that at Conan, and Sasuke swatches Conan, and as she disperses, Sasuke she anticipates the real Conan, the real full Conan, and hits, and actually that arrow hits Conan and smashes her into the wall. She gets injured. The Amaterasu doesn't get her though, because she was able to fully disperse herself. It was just the wake of the arrow that made her get hit. The wake of the force. So she dodged two things. So she's visibly injured. She lost an arm. Lost the arm, not just from the paper, like even in real body, she lost the arm. So Nagato sees this, and Naruto starts to get angry fully, and he looks at Sasuke and Itachi, and does an almighty pull to all three of them. Almighty pull, and then Nagato grabs a massive rock and lifts it up, and with another almighty pull, and he chucks it right at Nagato and Sasuke, Sakura, and Itachi. Itachi makes his full Susanoo with the shield, and Sasuke makes his own one with his own form of shield, and they block it, and Sasuke grabs Sakura, puts him in his cloak, and they're standing there together as brothers. Nagato's just watching, and then 2.5 seconds that goes past, and does an almighty push, and it blows them away again. But doesn't just blow them away, like sends them flying out of the village. Sasuke, Itachi, and Sakura, and Naruto comes and he goes to attack Nagato. Nagato pulls one of the chakra rods out and stabs it right into Naruto's shoulder. And Naruto, like he's visibly shocked, and as and in there, he powering up his Kiwi chakra, but what? Because he used wood style a lot, and he used the flying Raijin a lot in this battle. His chakra is actually low. His Kurama chakra is low, so his Hashirama chakra is normal chakra. So he's actually low from this, and Nagato is absorbing his chakra with his chakra rod, so Naruto pulls it out, kicks it Nagato away, and Conan comes, and Naruto jumps out of the way. He heals the wound that's around that was in the hole in the shoulder, and he jumps away, powers up a lava style Rasen Shuriken, because he can do fire style, and now he can do lava style Genkai. Like as I said, he has all 5 chakra natures. He just needs to learn and master how to combine them with the individual Genkais, and so does that earth and fire. Makes a massive lava style Rasen Shuriken and chucks it right at Conan. And as Conan disperses herself, she thinks it gets away, but Naruto goes bursts and explodes like a wind style was in Shuriken, but there's a fire lava style, and this is erupting, killing Conan instantly, absolutely killing Conan instantly. Nagato sees this and loses his mind, full on loses his mind, and so what he does is he summons the Gedo statue. Now this is the 8 tails powered Gedo statue, 8 tails powered Gedo statue, and when he does so, this is Obito's chance to help get Naruto. So Obito jumps on the fray next to Nagato, and they both battle. The Gedo statue goes to attack Naruto, and Naruto does. He falls back down, powers up into his Susanoo, creates his perfect Susanoo, and goes to fight the what's it called? The Gedo statue, and he's doing pretty good until Nagato and Obito keep interfering, and Nagato keeps absorbing some of the Susanoo's chakra. Obito keeps chucking Demon and Shurikens just keep it off guard, keep him off guard, and everything like that. And the Gedo statue is just pushing Naruto. It's really strong. The Gedo statue is really strong. And when Naruto's Susanoo is about to break, he what's it called? He chucks a kunai by Nagato. Chucks a kunai by Nagato, and it lands right behind Nagato without him noticing, because he's too busy focused on Naruto. And Naruto instantly leaves the Susanoo, and Susanoo disperses, and Naruto has a Rasengan and hits Nagato in the back, and it sends Nagato flying. And what's it called? Nagato is hit the wall, but he gets up very easy. It didn't do that much damage, but it was just what Naruto needed to get to Obito. And Naruto jumps to Obito and phases right through him. And also what Nagato does is the almighty pull at Naruto, and pulls up Naruto, and it grabs Naruto's neck and starts absorbing his chakra properly. And Nagato is really strong now. He's absorbing the full KCM cloak Naruto's chakra, and the Nine Tails even feels it too. The Nine Tails feels this massive difference in power. and Naruto's drained. He like falls down, and what happens is Nagato rips out both Naruto's eyes while they and crushes both the Sharingan and the Byakugan in his eyes. Holds Naruto's kind of like near drained mouth of his body. Naruto's drained hardcore, and what he does is he touch he puts his hand in Naruto. Not physically. He does like a metaphysical one where he like pulls out his soul, but then instead of pulling out the soul, he pulls out the full Nine Tails chakra. The Nine Tails is trying to fight Naruto's drained, he can't fight it, and it's nothing can really the Nine Tails. And he successfully pulls out the Nine Tails and chucks Naruto away. Naruto's lying there with no Nine Tails in his body, and to everyone that is Jinchuriki that loses the Nine Tail loses their tail piece, they die. But because Naruto has got the Hidan curse covers all of Naruto's body, but he lands on he looks to everyone pretty much dead. Okay, to everyone Naruto's pretty much dead. So what happens is Nagato pretty much holds the Kyuubi chakra in his hand because he ripped the soul out of ripped the Kyuubi chakra out and holds it up, and he does the sealing dragon jutsu on the Kyuubi chakra that he has in his hand, and because he was able to do it easy, because he's holding it, the Kyuubi can't resist when it hide inside. It was like good 5 minutes, and he drains it out, and the Gedo statue just goes crazy. And as this happens, Nagato's like finally happy, and so Obito is so excited. He's finally happy. He goes right to Nagato. Obito goes right to Nagato. Nagato looks and goes, "We did it." And Nagato's, "Yes, you did." Boom! Rips out one of Nagato's eyes. Nagato instantly gets one of his eyes ripped out, and he's like, "He's in absolute pain." He does an almighty push with Obito, and Obito rips off his mask, puts the Rinnegan in his eye, and allows it to heal instantly because he has Hashirama cells inside of his body, amped up Hashirama cells, so he heals nearly instantly. Nagato's lost one eye, he's injured, he's on the ground, like, what the hell? Like, Obito just betrayed him. So Obito's about to replace the eye. Obito is about to replace the eye, but then something happens with the Gedo statue. Starts to transform, starts to go wild and crazy. So what Obito does is he he kamuis away, and when he kamuis back into his own dimension, his eye, the Rinnegan eye, heals and repairs, and he opens his eyes to have the Rinnegan. And so what he does, he kamuis to a place where he can summon the Gedo statue, and he does. The Ten Tails actually, and he summons the Ten Tails. And summons the Ten Tails, and the Ten Tails is going crazy. Like, Konoha's absolutely obliterated. All the survivors that did survive got wiped out. Nagato's down on the ground, injured, and Naruto, and he's like, because how he ripped his eye out was bad, but he was already drained from taking the Kyuubi chakra. So Nagato's there on the ground. He's like injured and betrayed, and he doesn't have enough chakra to summon the Gedo statue because Obito's at full strength. He didn't really do much. And so he summons the Gedo statue by him, and the Ten Tails starts to go rampant and massive. The Ten Tails is fully bored now. So after the full Ten Tails is back, like he's rampaging, but what happens is, thanks to Obito, he knows how Madara, he taught Obito everything pretty much. So Obito pretty much makes a contract with the Ten Tails, which makes Hoshin Shuriki. So Obito turns instantly without factoring anything, and he turns the Ten Tails into a gigantic tree. So the war arc that happened with Obito is happening faster. However, things are going to go astray with this Obito. And as he's doing that, he's summoning all his white Zetsus to where the giant tree is, to pretty much play guard, a massive guard. Now, when everyone that can sense chakra all over the shinobi world senses the Ten Tails, senses how powerful and how much chakra has been let off by this thing, how dangerous it is. So as the fourth Raikage, when he called the summit, they all agreed with Tsunade's permission that they all join like a form of alliance together. But because Konoha wasn't fully there, the alliance was pretty much made with the hidden sand, the hidden cloud, the hidden stone, and the hidden mist village, with Konoha in mind, of course. And they know that Konoha has been massively attacked and decimated, and that they need help to stop the Akatsuki. They got all the tail beasts now, which is reconfirmed, and everything like that. So back at Konoha, everyone feels the tail beast, the 10 tails, and knowing that they feel the earthquake of what's happening to this creature with this full on cataclysm, because he's got all the tail beast chakra, but only half of the mind tail, so it's still hugely powerful. Now, when Nagato walks over to Naruto's body, see Naruto, he sees that Naruto is not dead. He sees that Naruto has chakra, and Sasuke and Sakura and Itachi all recover and run to where Naruto's lying down, and they go to seal that Naruto's gut is bleeding, like pretty much when Naruto put his hand in, or had blood all over, and knowing that the seal that has the nine tails is gone, had the nine tails there, it's absolutely gone. Sasuke's angry, and so is Itachi. And Nagato is on his ground, like he's injured, and he's feeling kind of betrayed what Obito did to him. Because Obito tried to go for the other eye, but Nagato did the almighty push, and knowing that Ten Tails transformed and the hidden leaf, he needed to get out of the way. It's like, yeah. So all of that played against Naruto. He's feeling like at a loss. And when Sasuke lands by Naruto and all of them, he's angry and he's about to attack Nagato, but Nagato goes, what? Pretty much tells him away. He goes, he's not dead. Look at him. And Sasuke looks with the turn of Mangekyo. Sakura tries to heal Naruto, but it's doing nothing. And Nagato goes, I ripped his eyes out, which shocked Sasuke and Itachi, and Sakura's angry, and she goes to punch Nagato, but Nagato does an almighty, like a barrier between her. So her fist does nothing. He tells her it's pointless. Don't like. Nagato is kind of feeling regretful for what he did in essence, and he sees and Sasuke tries to do his own talk no jutsu, but it kind of doesn't work. But he's angry and tells him all the death, destruction. This is what happened. Look what you crazy bastard! You destroyed everything, everyone we love. What's it called? Orochimaru. He is he pretty much recovers, and he's there too, and he's trying to heal Naruto as well. He comes over, does a snake to try heal Naruto with the Hashirama scars on his chest, but it does really do nothing. He goes, nothing we can do, and Obito, there's one thing we can do, but he doesn't know yet. Like he's still at odds with it. So Sasuke goes, he got no eyes, right? And he's still got chakra. He's still healing, so the Hidan curse on him is pretty much keeping him alive. The thing that's keeping him alive for now. So Sasuke puts his eyes in Naruto, and as he puts his eyes in Naruto in the limbo world pretty much wakes up in the limbo world, floating in the water, and he's like, what? Where am I? He looks up and he sees that room where he normally sees the nine tails. He goes, Kurama, are you there? And nothing. There's a big echo, and Naruto runs around and he yells, pretty much yells, Kurama, like, where are you? Like, and all he thinks about, and he's trying to come back in the real world, but some reason something's stopping him. And then out of nowhere, Naruto hears a man speak. He goes, Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto looks and goes, what the hell? And when he sees this floating man with all these orbs around him, he goes, who the hell are you? And he sees the Renegon, and he goes, the Renegon? And he goes, you have perceptive eyes, do you? Pretty much does the same thing in canon when Naruto first sees him and gets shocked. Because Naruto in his mental mind thinks he's got eyes, but technically he doesn't. He has his eye ripped out, so the mental part of Naruto has his blue eyes again, okay? Naruto's ripped, but that's only in his head, okay, guys? So when he's walking around, he goes, your blue eyes see everything, and Naruto's like, my blue eyes, but I don't have blue, and looks down and goes, what the? And he sees this chakra behind him, which is Ashura's and Indra's chakra behind him, because of Sasuke's eyes. And the Hagoromo goes, the condition is right. And he goes, that Obito doesn't realize, that Madara doesn't realize that what he's doing is actually going to be summoning a worse evil, a worse devil than what is to come. And Naruto's like, what are you talking about? And he goes, listen, taps the water, and it shows, pretty much gives the same thing in canon, but he gives the history of Naruto and everything like that upon Kaguya, and what happened, where they're from, who he is, Hagoromo Tsuki, his brother Hamura on the moon guarding the Gedo statue, and all that, so he understands everything, okay? Properly everything. Sasuke, but in the real world, everyone's trying their best, and Nagato's really upset. And Sakura cries, and like pretty much he looks at Naruto and sees Yahiko and Naruto, and that he is pretty much Sasuke and Sakura was Conan, and he's really upset. Like he sees that everyone that survived an attack Nagato's, yeah, see, he's down there. He's not gonna, like, he can get away if he wants to, but he's visibly shooken from what has happened. And what happens? The Sage of Six Paths goes to Naruto. Um, Pretty much gives Naruto his chakra, but in this sense, Naruto does he still gets the six pass Sage mode, but he also gets another power. He gets both the sun and the moon, not Sasuke, because Naruto's eyes have Indra's chakra in it massively, and Naruto has Ashura in his last eye. The Rinnegan, the eye they had Madara's DNA, so he had a partial of it, but it wasn't as much as needed for the conditions to be right fully. But it took Madara years for him to activate the Rinnegan with a little part of Hashirama. So it would take him long for Naruto's eyes to develop that way. But because Naruto got both Sasuke's two Sharingan in his eyes, that's not the case. Knowing that he done Hashirama's chakra healed the eyes quickly into his body. So what happens is Naruto puts both his hands up. First he interacts with them Sage or Six Paths the same way and everything, but the difference is none of the tail beasts get summoned to him. Instead, he learns the names of the tail beasts from what Hagoromo states. Like he sees Hagoromo's memories with the nine tails and all of them when they were younger, when they got separated into the nine individual tail beasts and everything like that. So Naruto is like he's very happy, he's very grateful to be in the presence of the Sage of Six Paths who bows his head. And the Sage of the Six Paths smiles at Naruto and goes, "You're ready for this." And so he gives Naruto all this chakra, gives him the sun and the moon, and permanently gives it to him. So when the Sage of Six Paths disappears, right? Because Naruto is the immortal physical embodiment of this person. Like remember, Naruto can't die thanks to the heat curse. And now what's it called? Hagoromo even states that the chakra that's on your body is preventing you from dying. Normally, anyone else that has the tail beast pulled out of them, they die, but not you. Your body's actually healing now, getting stronger. And with this power and these new eyes that you're going to have, you're going to see the world in a different light. Now, I apologize if you hear the rain is pretty loud outside. It hasn't been raining as of late, but man, it's really loud right now, so apologies for a second. So yeah, Nagato and all of them feel like they're there on the world trying to. Nagato is about to summon the King of Hell, chuck Naruto inside. But what happens is, as Naruto accepts the gift from Hagoromo, he gets up, which shocks everyone. Itachi, Sasuke, Sakura, what's the name? Orochimaru and Nagato shocked, and Naruto gets up. He stands up, and his eyes open, and they all see Naruto's eyes are Sasuke's. They activate into the Sharingan. They progress into the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and then from there, because Naruto has Uchiha Chakra in him, thanks to the last one, and only that from their Eternal Mangekyo they evolve into the Rinnegan, which shocks everyone, even Nagato. Nagato's like, what the hell? And Naruto looks at Nagato. Instead of hurting Nagato, he just goes over and touches Nagato's head to see in his mind all the bad and all the hatred. And Naruto sees that Jiraiya loved him as a student, like loved him so much, and that Nagato had true good intentions. He just saw that Nagato had a bad life. When Naruto removes his hair from Naruto tells Nagato that it's not too late for you to change, and he goes, "What do you mean? You can still save the world, all the village that you destroyed." And he goes, "You know what you need to do, don't I?" And he goes, Nagato goes, "Well, with only one eye, I can't do so." So Naruto leans over. Naruto leans over and puts his hand on Nagato's head, and does the creation of all technique, all that. There's the same thing he does with Kakashi's eye, but when he does that, he heals the Rinnegan in the other eye. Only briefly though, it's not permanent. When Naruto says this is not a permanent jutsu, this is only going to last for a good 2 minutes, so use it well. And so Naruto pretty much does his absolute powerful talk no jutsu on Nagato, and this is on Nagato lost Konan and everything. So he just hanging around just to see what was happening, see oh Nagato, he was feeling remorseful what happened and feeling betrayed. So when he sees that Naruto does this, Nagato thanks Naruto for pretty much gives him the same rundown that he's the next chapter for our Sensei Jiraiya and all that stuff, blah blah blah. And so what Nagato does is he uses all the remaining chakra that he has to summon the King of Hell, and he does a Gedo style and revives everyone. Like he brings back everyone in Konoha again the same way, and then Nagato dies and tells Sasuke and Itachi to carry his will because they're there with Naruto, and that no, sorry, he doesn't say Itachi. He tells Naruto to carry and Sasuke to carry as well. Naruto tells him that he will finish off what his sensei and he has started. And Nagato smiles and dies. The Rinnegan that Naruto summoned in Nagato's eye disappears as well, and there's only left one Rinnegan. So what happens is Naruto rips out the Rinnegan out of Nagato's eye, rips out the Rinnegan out of Nagato's eye, and he walks over to Sasuke and he hands it to Sasuke. Sasuke goes, "What am I doing with this?" And he goes, "You're gonna put it in your eye." And Itachi's like, pretty much tells Naruto, "No, wait." And Naruto looks at Itachi and grabs Itachi with his almighty pull. So Naruto doesn't have the same time limit as Nagato does because one, he has he has a full Sage of Six Paths power. So he after he grabs Itachi's throat, he reaches Itachi's mind, drops Itachi, and then as he drops Itachi, the Sage of Six Paths close starts to unroll around his body. Same as way as Madara starts to go over his body, and all those truth-seeking orbs appear around behind him. Sasuke rips out of one of his left eye and puts the Rinnegan in his left eye, and what's it called? What he does is Naruto instantly heals it, and when Sasuke opens it, he opens it with the Tomo Sharingan, the Tomo Rinnegan, which makes Naruto happy. Naruto smiles. Sasuke stands up, goes to his full Sage mode, and what's it called? Then Naruto sees that Sasuke's other eye is still internal Mangekyo. So he does nothing for now with it until he needs Naruto's help, Sasuke's help. And everyone that died in the village gets revived, but Naruto tells them there's no time for this. He makes 100 shadow clones, and they disperse and try to get as much people as they can. Fighting ready. And Sasuke tells Sakura and Naruto tells Sakura and Sasuke and Itachi that there's no time to wait around. He's already summoned it. The Ten Tails is already turned on towards into its tree state. It's gonna start absorbing chakra of this world. And little did Obito know that while all this was happening, Kabuto was amassing his own armies, bringing up all his reanimated shinobi that he did in the war arc, but he's amplifying all of them with Hashirama cells, making them stronger, making sure when he goes to the war against this fake minded Obito, that he's going to pretty much win. So what he does, he reanimates everyone, he makes a stronger bond with everyone. The third Hokage, what happens is he's about to die. Naruto goes over to heals him and pretty much goes to heals everyone else that survived the attack, pardon me, but didn't die. So what happens after he does that? He debriefs the village. He pretty much debriefs the village. Everyone really has no time. They have to get ready. There's no time to stand around. They have to prepare for war. Jiraiya sees Naruto and sees that Naruto has two Rinnegan. Is baffled. And he goes, "What happened to your eyes?" And he goes, Nagato ripped my eyes out. But then Orochimaru pretty much explains everything what happened to Naruto. And Naruto pretty much tells the previous sage that he met the Sage of Six Paths. And Jiraiya said, "What?" And he goes, "Yes, I met the Sage of Six Paths." He goes, "Do you even know the name of the big fat toad that sits in Mount Miyaboku? They gave you a prophecy?" And Jiraiya goes, "No." And he goes, "His name is Gamamaru. He was a Sage of Six Paths sage teacher." So Naruto pretty much quickly catches him up on what happened, and then Naruto has to defeat this person before they summon a greater evil, Kaguya Tsuki. And then they all take Naruto seriously. Tsunade's is still healing from that, and so she pretty much, in essence, steps down as Hokage, and Jiraiya pretty much becomes the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf. He becomes the sixth Hokage, okay, not Kakashi. And Jiraiya takes this role up seriously. And he tells Tsunade that she has to be there. And Tsunade says, yeah, she'll be the leader of the medical unit. And what happens after they gather themselves, they get word from a hidden cloud shinobi that made it to the village and sees that the village was destroyed, but he sees that everyone's alive and pretty much gearing up for war. They have to pretty much gear up for war. There's no joking about it because they're going to be destroyed. What happens is he tells them that the ally Shinobi Alliance has been formed with the other four nations, and we're going to attack this giant tree, this giant power that's not far from where canon, where Obito does make the giant tree. So what happens is the Hidden Cloud and Shinobi tells them that they're waiting at these coordinates and that they should go. And so what happens is Jiraiya goes, yep. So they quickly get leave some people there to fix up the hidden leaf village. They leave capable men there. Haku and Zabuza stay with Jiraiya at all times. Well, Zabuza stays with Jiraiya at all times. Naruto tells Haku they stay in the village and protect it, and Haku goes okay. And everyone's like, oh, we need Haku to help fight the war. And then Naruto tells everyone, we need people here to protect the village too. Don't be stupid. And everyone's tripping out that this Naruto is like this. And then only that, they're seeing that Naruto is different. He's got purple eyes and he's flying with these true seeking orbs. Naruto's flying, by the way, guys. Sasuke, Sakura, and everyone are just baffled. Itachi's quite proud of his little brother and everything like that. And so things go amiss. Nagato gets buried by Jiraiya, and Jiraiya apologizes that he failed Nagato. And everything like that. Orochimaru and Tsunade console Jiraiya, and then they get on to do their missions. Orochimaru becomes Jiraiya's right hand man, pretty much, as Jiraiya asks. And Tsunade becomes the leader of all the medical teams with Sakura, of course. So they pretty much distribute and go out to the allies, meet up with the other allied shinobi forces. Naruto, on the other hand, and Sasuke with his Rinnegan, they both know that they have to face this masked man. So they head up to where the giant tree is. Now, while all this is happening, Kabuto is summoning his army too, and he knows all about this allied shinobi army. He knows all about Obito's Zetsu army. So what he does is he sends most of his most of his um, reanimations to take on the humans, and a lot of the Kages to take on the allied shinobi alliance, because he knows that'll be the biggest threat. But he leaves Madara with him. He leaves Madara and the Kage and the three Kage with him. Where he sends the Raikage, the Tsuchikage, the what's it called? The Raikage, Tsuchikage, Kazekage, Hokage, Mitsukage, the Mitsukage, my bad. Wow. And the Tsuchikage. So since the old Tsuchikage, the Mitsukage, the Raikage, and the Kazekage to go attack the allied shinobi forces. But the three Hokage he has with him and the Madara reanimation, they're gonna go with him to fight Obito as well. So yeah, Naruto. So this is where I'm gonna leave it here for now, guys. I know this seems kind of like a jumbled or fast mess, and I apologize. Let me know in the comments with what I've done wrong, and I'll do better. Possibly I'll do better. Sorry, I mean, in my next video. But yeah, Naruto's the sixth path sage Naruto without the tail beast is heading towards where Obito is with Sasuke and Itachi with him, and everything like that, and the Konoha military, or some of them anyway. They go. Actually, no, all the Konoha soldiers are going to where the allied shinobi forces are. What happens is Kabuto, the first Hokage, the second Hokage, and the fourth Hokage, and Madara Uchiha, amped versions, is going to where Obito is. Not only that, what's it called? The allied shinobi forces are going there, but they're going to get surprised by all these reanimations that are going to come and take them. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. I'll hopefully get this out as soon as I can, and not only that, I'll try finish off the what if Naruto got reincarnated as Hakuna Momosuke on the next one. What if? It's pretty much rendition of what I'm doing now, but yeah, you understand the difference, okay? But until then, guys, this is Dr. Ko saying peace.